Welcome to Hack the File. I'm Michael Lopez, and on today's episode, we're going to be looking at hopefully a new series, Python Networking 101. Enjoy. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all that stuff, Kwanzaa. Um, it's the time of that year again to get merry. Uh, Drinking Modelo, get your mixed drink on, get your eggnog and rum, get your hot cocoa, coffee, whatever you like to do. Just relax, enjoy the holidays, right? If no matter what, if you can, it's just time to be merry, time to be happy, not miserable, not grinched out. Um, this is the second time I've done this video. I recorded like 30 minutes and then it didn't take. So this is the second take, and so you're gonna see that I already did some work on it on the command line when we get to it. And I'm just going to show you and run through the process with you. Because, like my channel, I like to do everything for the first time, but, sometimes you can't do it when your video doesn't take. And I can't install Python twice. So this one's going to be the faster version. So since I already did this once, but here's the introduction on this video. It's a Python Networking 101 by Odette Windsor. So I think I found a diamond in the rough. I found a really cool book. And I was looking up networking stuff, and I found this one, Python Networking. And we're going to do a quick little overview. And this one, you set up Python environments, Python syntax, teaches you Python basic syntax, teaches you basic networking, right? Teaches you socket programming, TCP sockets, how to create a socket, your basics of sockets, which is awesome, your different libraries for administrative networking. I mean, this book is just awesome for hackers, right? And it's just awesome for anybody looking to learn Python and how to network, how to traverse the network or a network or be a network administrator using Python. I mean, this is an awesome book, and how to use VLNs using Python. I mean, it's just awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go through this book. I'm gonna make it another series because I want to learn all this like better. My one of my weaknesses is networking. Okay, it's not my weakness, but it's something that I need to get up to par, or get better at. So we're gonna do this, and what better to get better in networking? Be a network administrator than Python, because Python is a powerful programming language, script language, right? So I think I found a diamond in the rough. Let's see. So now the preface on this just goes through what Python is, okay? And here it is. So if you want to read this because you don't know what Python is, and this is your first video you've watched with me, and you're a new subscriber or something, pause the video and read this. This will tell you what Python language is, right? If not, you could Google it, and you can Google the history of Python. Okay, we're not going to do that here because I've done it 1,000 times. Okay, the prerequisites of this is all it's saying is that this is a book to get you, I mean, learning Python, and at the end of the book, you should be a network administrator, basic skills in network administrating using Python. You're not going to be a network administrator, your journey to become a skilled network administrator. right? And then you're going to be using Python. Okay, so chapter 1, Introduction to Python and Networking. Now here's another overview of Python and the history of it. We're not going to do that. Python for networking. And we're not going to read this either because this just goes into more depth about why Python is good for networking. And it's just because it's reliable and simplistic. It has extensive libraries. You can use it cross-platform wise. It's it's scalable, and that's it. We don't need to read that. In this, I'm gonna read this though. In this chapter, we'll explore the fundamentals of Python as a program language, including its syntax and data structure. We will also introduce the most popular Python libraries used for networking tasks and guide you through the process of setting up Python environment for your network administration. Okay, this is all done on Windows. Setting up a Python environment on Windows is straightforward. Follow these steps. So, pause the if you actually want to follow along, right? This one will be a great one. My channel is for anybody wanting to learn about cybersecurity, wanting to learn about uh, networking, networks, operations, anything has to do with cybersecurity or ethical hacking or hacking in any way, right? And this is all part of the game. Python and networking. You know, it's gonna just make you stronger. Okay. Uh, and when I was like using Python in my other books, I would have these, you know, um, I would have these methods. I'm gonna call them methods. I think Python calls them functions, but it doesn't matter. Methods, functions, same thing. It uses they're out of the libraries, and I would use them in Python. And some of the stuff I didn't know what it was. Like socket layer, socket functions and stuff like that. How to I didn't know where it's coming from. I don't know what all I know is that I'm using these libraries to do these functions for hacking. Now, hopefully, if I go through this book, when I get through out of this book, I'll know exactly what they are, right, and how to use them, and why I'm using these to hack or to set up scripts for hacking, right? Because that's what this book is about. Traversing the network with Python or whatever, security and all this. I mean, it's going to be a great journey. Hopefully, this book. All right, so if you're yeah, okay, so if you're following along, then you're gonna pause the video and you're gonna type this into your web browser, and you're gonna follow where this is and then follow instructions, right? um or you're gonna buy this book on your own, and you're gonna follow along, right? And it's Python networking 101, and you're gonna follow along on your own. Okay. Either way, I'll help you through the process of trying to troubleshoot this and figure out how to get through this book without getting stuck, and then actually learning. That's what my channel is about, right? All right. So I've already clicked on this, and what it does is takes you to of course, the www.python.org. What you want to look for is you want to make sure it says HTTPS, right? Not HTTP. Then you want to come here and make sure it's secured. Connection is secure, right? Ultimately, you want to probably try to get this copied and then paste it in here, because these books, I would say, are 20%. Especially depending on where you got them, how popular they are. They could have viruses in them. You never know. And these websites can be compromised, but Python.org, I don't think so, right? It just depends, where this sends you. You got to be careful. I've downloaded a VM with the virus on it, so you gotta watch all that stuff, man. These hackers are always coming up with clever ways to embed their malware or their trojans and all that into links, and get you just stuck, get you real good. So just be careful. Okay, so this one's obviously it's okay. Okay, so I clicked on this. This is on this page. You will find the latest Python release for Windows. Click on the download link for Windows Executioner 64 executable installer if you have a 64-bit system, or Windows 86 executable installer. Okay, so we have. I'm gonna click. Oh, we're gonna go here. So you're gonna come to here and you're gonna go. It's version 3.11.3.3, right? It tells you about it, what it did, upgraded it, whatever, and you come all the way down to the bottom. You're gonna do this one, this Windows installer 64-bit recommended, right? Um, if you have a 32-bit, which I'm sure you don't, that's old. You click on this one. Okay, it downloads it here, and look, see, mine is there. And then you open that, okay, and it's gonna ask you to install it. You say yes. You all know how to do that, right? Or you can go to your downloads here. You can go to your downloads here, and you can, downloads, and here's the one, right? Double click on that. I've already did it because, like I said, I've done this twice already. This is my second time. But that's easy to follow, right? That's not hard. Save the installer to your desired location on your computer. Now, I did mine in Documents because it says install Python. Navigate to the location where you want to install the Python installer. Double click the execution file to start the installation process, right? We already did that. Well, you guys should do that. In the installation window, you will see the option at the bottom says add Python to path. Now, when you do that, it's going to have a little box at the bottom that says add Python to path. You click on that box. It's not clicked yet. Before you start installing, I would do it because it's going to add it. When you check this box, it will add it to your system's path variable. If you don't know what that is, Google it. You'll understand what that is somewhat better than none at all. That's my philosophy when you're going through this book and you don't know something, you haven't learned it yet, and you're just getting a taste for cybersecurity or whatever. Uh, Google it, and it'll give you some idea better than no idea. Okay, that's better. That's the best advice you're gonna get when you're learning from these videos, right? Make it easier to access Python from the command line. So it makes it easier to access Python from the command line. Is what that basically does. Click on the Install Now button to begin installation. The installer will copy the necessary files and set up Python on your system. So go ahead and do that. I already did it, so we don't need to do it. This is just the install of it, right? I already did it. I'm not going to do it again. Verify the installation. So once the installation is complete, open a new command prompt by pressing the Windows key and typing command in the search bar and hitting enter. So it wants you to pull up your command line. So you can't see my, but it's going to look like this. This is going to be your command line, right? Command prompt, C colon, the backslash user drive or whatever should send you there, right? To get this, you're going to click on it depends on what Windows you have, but you should have a search bar down at the bottom in your bar. So search CMD, right? Like it says. And that should pull up your command prompt, right? And then you just say open command prompt. And then what I would do is I would right click that and save it onto your taskbar. That way it's always ready to rock. You just click on your taskbar like this and boom. You got a command prompt. If you don't know how to do it, Google it, and Google will step you through the process of how to find and open your command prompt. So that's how you would troubleshoot that. Okay, Google has a lot of answers to basic, easy things. Okay, once you've done that, it wants us to check the version. So in the search bar, hit enter because it wants to see if we installed it right. So I'm gonna do that because I did that already. And here you go. Here's the command line that I've been doing, right? And I set up the environment and everything. So the first I did Python space -- version, and it gave me the version. Now let's just redo that because it's easy enough, right? So I'm going to type Python space dash dash version. It's going to tell me what version. So the version 3.11.3 is the one that I just downloaded, and there you go, right? Close this. Yeah. Okay. You should see the Python version number displayed indicating the Python has been installed and successful. So it is. Boom. It's installed on my drive now. Install code editor. While it is possible for Python to write code using a simple text editor like Notepad, and I've done that before and it sucks. Using a dedicated code editor can significantly improve your productivity. Some popular codes editors for Python development include Visual Studio Code. Now, this is the one we're going to use because I have it installed already. If they use a different one, then I'm going to install the one they use and use that one in this book. If they're using this one, I already have mine installed. I'm going to still show you how to install this by yourself, okay? Because it's free. I'm going to show you how to install that too. So, whatever one I'm going to use, I'm going to show you how to do it. It doesn't show you here for some reason. Download and install your preferred code editor. That's all it says. But I don't know which one they're using yet. Maybe they don't care because it doesn't really matter. But we'll see which one they're using as an example, and we'll install that one, and I'll show you how to do that one. Set up a virtual environment. Okay, Python allows you to create a virtual environment that can isolate dependencies for each project. This is helpful when you work on multiple projects with different library requirements. Below is how to set up a virtual environment. Open command prompt, right? Now, I'm not going to do this because I already did it, but I'm going to show you what I did. So this is the last command here. Here's the next one. So it says navigate to the directory where you want to create your project folder using the cd command. So I did cd documents. I want to do it in documents. For example, to navigate to documents folder, type cd documents, press enter. Cd documents, I pressed enter. Then it took me down to documents. Now I'm in the documents. I was in the drive before, now I'm in the documents. Create a new project folder using the make directory command followed by the folder name. For example, to create a folder called my project, type make directory my project. That's what I did. So I'm in my documents. This is where I want to set up my virtual environment. I said make directory my projects. And I cd'd to my projects. So now I am in users, documents, my projects. So now I'm in my projects folder. Navigate to the newly created folder by using the cd command. For example, type cd my projects, press enter. That's where I'm at. In my projects now. Create a virtual environment in the project folder by typing python-m vmv my project _env. Now you could pause all this and do it yourself, right? And press enter. So that's what I did. Python-m vmv my project environment. Now, if you don't know what the dash m stands for, what command that is, you can Google it by saying what is Python dash. What does the dash m mean in Python command, right? Or if you don't know what any of this is, just we'll talk about it later in this book anyway. So just do as it says for now, right? Activate the virtual environment by typing my project env scripts activate and press enter. So I said, I said my project dash env backslash scripts backslash activate. Exactly how it looks, right? Big S, little a, right? You, I don't know if it really matters too much in Windows, but I do it anyways. I want to make sure I'm going to copy the book exactly first because I've done enough of these books to where you want to copy it exactly. And then sometimes it's not right and you don't want to copy it exactly. So that's what we got to troubleshoot and figure out sometimes. Okay, so now that you press enter, your command prompt should now display the name of your virtual environment, indicating that it is active. So my project environment in these parentheses, I'm in there now. And it tells you where it's at. It's in my project. So now with this showing here, it means I'm in my project. Before it showed C, it didn't show anything. Now it's going to show that first, then I'm in my little project environment, and then the path. Okay, so it worked. Now your Python environment is set up, and you're ready to start writing Python code for network tasks. So that was easy enough, right? So usually in my videos, I'll run through these commands with you, and I'll type them in. If you guys are fans of, if you guys are new to this video, I usually run through these with you. But like I said, this is the second time I've done this, so I can't rewrite these. I'm not gonna redo these. So I'm just gonna step through them with you. It should still be easy and evident. All right. So that's basically what we're gonna do in this video. Okay, we're not gonna make this video really, really long. This was the main important part, was setting up your project environment. My project environment's in my documents now, and it's set up, it's running, right? So now what I want to do is I want to write down these steps to do that. Okay, because I think that's very important, because I keep forgetting personally how to do that. So I'm going to go to my documents, and I'm going to go to let's come over here, and I want to go to my project, right? Where is that? Python. No, that's not the one. Where's my project at? A B C D E F G A K L M N. Right here should be. Wait a minute. What is that? Anyways, I could just create a new one. So I'm gonna create a new one. My documents. I'm gonna create a new my Kindle Crime. I'm gonna create a new folder. I'm gonna call it Python Networking 101. Okay, so I just created a new folder in my documents, right? So I'm gonna go to documents, and new folder, and I called it Python Networking 101, right? Okay, in here I'm gonna put all my instructions, right? So I'm gonna do a new text document. I'm gonna call this one Python Environment Instructions. Okay, .text. Spell that right, but anyways. I'm gonna open this, and I'm gonna give me instructions on how to do this, right? So I'm gonna say um, go to directory where you want to create environment. Okay. Then you're gonna make directory, and then we're gonna go name of uh, name of project, right? Name of project. Okay. And then we're gonna say CD to name of project. Right. Create virtual environment. Environment with Python -m VNV VNNV PENV name of project underscore EMV. Okay. Then activate environment with name of project. Let me see. EMB / scripts / activate. We do that, right? That's it. So now we can come here. We can say documents. This is where I'm going to put all my Python networking 101 instructions. Here's my instructions. Python environment instructions, and it's going to show me how to make my own environment. That's it. That's what you want to do. Now, you want to do this so you remember, right? And if you forget, you can always go back and read it. You don't have to go back to your book. You can go back to your book, but you've got it written down somewhere, so it's good practice too to rewrite it a couple times, and um, you always have more references or resources to go back to. So I can go back to here, and you got to be able to read your own directions as well. I'm a firm believer in that. If you can't read your own, if you don't know how your own mind works, and you can't read your own directions, I mean, you might be in trouble. So if I go back here and I read this, it's gonna say go to directory where you want to create an environment, make directory, name a project, CD, name a project. Create virtual environment with Python -m VNV, name a project _env. Right? That might not make sense too much to other people, but to me it does. Activate environment with name a project, blah blah blah, scripts, activate. Boom. Create small little project. Now I don't need to have all the other information on there, like if you see it and it's got its your name of project, and then then you're doing it right. I already know all that. I just need to reference that command, right? Just in case I forget, like my project scripts activate, right? So it's activating it, and then this minus m vm env project env. I mean, this is going to be the most important part of that. But that's it. That's all we're doing. The next video we're going to go into this. Okay, we're going to go into programming, but hopefully that helps you set up your little Python environment and install Python. I'm excited to get this series going. I'm like really excited, and to tell you the truth, I'm gonna make this next video right now. But this first little taste of it is just to get it going. All right, that was Hack the File. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Have fun.